Remember Jah, you are the Makani, Jehovah. You are the Makani, Jehovah. You never see highly, still I see Terra. What a wicked band of guitar up on the Cora. Remember Jah, you are the Makani, Jehovah. You are the Makani, Jehovah. You never see highly.
Okay, so right now we're in front of the Terra Cafe, which is on the corner of 25th Street in St. Paul. Terra Cafe is basically a portal. You know what I mean? It's a portal of great energy where people come, you know what I mean, eat good food. It's black owned. It's a very liberating place. A lot of the movers and shakers, you know what I mean, come through here, you know what I mean, talk about, you know what I mean, building a brighter future, you know what I mean, nation building and all of that. So, you know, the owner, he's really a beautiful brother, strong brother, solid, a visionary, and you know what I mean, really thorough, you know. So we're gonna see if he's in it. Let's check him out.
All right. Hopefully he is. And Baba, by the way, the subway across from Terra Cafe, Brother Sundiata informed me that is also black owned. It's a black owned franchise, subway franchise, absolutely. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure you get in. All right. So if you want to get some shots, of this. Oh, he's here. That's him?
That's all they catch you. Yeah.
We just caught him.
We just caught him.
Who's the brother that owns it? This brother, right? Oh, okay. Okay, I thought. Okay, his name is Dickson?
Yeah. Terrance Dickson.
Okay.
We all family, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know? Yeah, like he be brief. He gonna be brief, so it's cool though.
Yeah, and then we go holler at him. Okay. I'm doing fine, brother. Do we want to go up there and talk? We go up here, Bob, and talk.
Yo, man, do this morning.
Oh, look at that artwork, Bob, on the wall.
Real heavy. Yeah, real heavy. He invited me over the car for his speech and some other stuff. Okay.
So where do you want to sit in front of?
Right here behind. Let's do it right here behind the. Can we do it this way?
Yes, however you want to do it.
And that way we get behind the Freddie Gray.
Oh wow.
And that way I see my melon.
Yes. So Baba, he wants you right here so you can get a shot.
Peace, Baba. How are you again? All right, everything's positive, man. We come this way and that would happen. I like it, all of this right here.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So Baba Dickson, you want to call? I can call you Baba Dickson. All right. So I'll wait till he get his shots. Thank you, Brother Sundiata. Appreciate you. And Sundiata, lock my telephone number in. All right. Okay. I'm glad that we caught you, Baba Dickson. Yeah, because he told me that you're a very busy man. I mean, you're running a whole business, so I can imagine your schedule and employees and things of that nature. So, family, I'm standing with Baba Dickson, who is the owner of Terra Cafe, which is located on the corner of East 25th and St. Paul Street. Thank you, Baba. Welcome. Baba, let me ask you a question. When did you establish Terra Cafe and why?
I established Terra Cafe 9 years. I established Terra Cafe 9 years, 7 months, 27 days, 11 hours, and 32 minutes, but I'm not counting. And, you know, originally we've been here for a little bit longer than that. Right now, on this corner, 25th and St. Paul, DICKSON Development Corp., which is my root company. We've been in existence here for about 21 years. So over that period of time, we've had the honor to actually, it's a half a block in the city of Baltimore, all right? We've had the honor, and we have about 5 storefronts. I have about maybe 8 apartments. But the big thing with the storefronts is that over that period of time, we've had the ability to actually help mentor and grow maybe 30, 40 black businesses, and that's awesome. And all of them were successful, whether or not they're still open or not. They had the ability to actually express their dream and their commitment. So definitely awesome. But we've been here for 9 years, and over that period of time, we've done some pretty great things. You know, we've been an anchor for our community. We have a few programs that are just awesome. We have a lot of things that really started here. When you look at, they call the new face of Baltimore now today, it really started with conversation and vibes here at Terra Cafe 9 years ago. All right, you'll see the people, you'll see the thought, you see the commitment to community really started kind of like right here. We've done something that I always like to mention since day one. We have something every second Sunday. We meet at Terra Cafe. We have our Neighbors Without Walls program, and it's a program where we get together as community. We make meals anywhere from 200 to 400 meals. We hit the street of the city, and it's not so much to feed those that need that meal, it's feed those that do have that meal, for them to understand that everybody does have a story, that everybody has an accountability for our community, and it's something not only for us to know, you know what I mean, it's something for us really to do. Is tangible. We do it for our kids, and to see the action and share love, because love doesn't have to hurt.
That's right. That's right. And I was also informed by, there's a brother, oh my gosh, I can't think of it, Brother Dante. He's a brother that started an organization called It Starts With Me Baltimore.
Yes.
And he told me that you guys also host events here.
We do, as they say, a plethora of events. Do a lot of events here. A lot of poetry, a lot of open mic. It originally started as a spin-off of a restaurant in New York called Carib's. It was a restaurant that I used to love when I lived in New York, in Greenwich Village. Great food, great atmosphere, but it gave you that cultural feel. So you would have a dish maybe from Dominican Republic, maybe Haiti, maybe Jamaica.
Yes.
But one of the key things that they did was they had a stage. And they had a setup. So you would actually come, and this is going back a little bit, you would put your tapes out, and you would play that song that you was working on, or you would say those verses that you were working on. And the key thing is that some people would buy your music and your tapes, maybe, and if you were good, and you know, Carib's would bless you with a meal. But then if you weren't any good, you had to pay for your meal. But the one key thing, there was large tables, and you sat together as community, you vibed together as community. So that was one of the seeds that was really planted in me about, you know, just community itself.
And you carried that with
And I carried that here. And then also, I'm from Orangeburg, South Carolina. So being in the South in the 60s, I remember white-only water faucets, colored water faucets.
Right.
I could tell you a story of going into Woolworth and ordering a cherry Coke and a chili dog my grandmother would order, and we would have to go outside to wait. I could tell you that story, and I'm only 54, so so times have changed. Right. Times have changed.
Yeah, but it wasn't long ago.
Wasn't long ago. Yeah.
And so, oh my gosh, and my family's from Sumter County, South Carolina.
Wow. Okay,
so
there you go.
My grandmother, you know, she told me a lot of stories. I mean, stories about, you know, women walking down the street and white men just pulling up in trucks and grabbing them, snatching them.
You know, it was a very, very challenging time. You know, at that point in time, I'm 4, 5, and 6, and you know, our family didn't have much. Right. You know, we didn't get indoor water, but we had a farm. We had a business. We didn't have indoor employment until I was about 11, 12 or so. But one of the great things that I do remember is that we were community, and we protect each other as community.
That's right.
All right. I remember men standing up and being men.
That's right.
And sisters standing in place and being sisters.
That's right.
You know, so things have changed a little bit now, but you know, I do got faith in our community and our tribe.
Yes, absolutely.
That we're waking up.
And we need to definitely resurrect that village mentality, and that community or communal mindset.
Exactly, because ain't nobody coming to save us.
No one's coming to save us.
Nobody's coming.
And look, I could call out some stuff. I ain't gonna call out.
No, we're not that. We're not that. But we know. See, some things need not to be spoken in society itself, and some things are a distraction from the beginning anyway.
That's right.
So it's the filter that we actually need to use. Just wanted to take a second and share a minute about a few of the awesome artists that we have hanging in our place. And one of the first pieces I want to share with you, this is a piece that's called Freddie Gray. It was created by Matthew Rice, known as Mr. Blue. Matthew Rice has an awesome story about himself too. He's a retired NFL football player that developed epilepsies, seizures, and created a foundation for youth that he does art all over the world. And all of the funds and the proceeds go to his program to bring awareness to that cause. But this is called the Freddie Gray. he came to show me this piece before he left out the country one day. He hung this, the story he shared me, he hung this canvas the day of the riots, and it took him about 9 months to finish. The one great thing about Matthew Rice, he tells an awesome story. When you look at this piece, you'll see the things, you'll see all the energy outside of just what it was that day. You see the bricks of Baltimore, which are the same bricks that you have on the wall that are slave bricks, because during the Jim Crow law, when they locked us up and they took us to Eastern Shore and put us in those prison camps, one of the biggest exports that they had in the state of Maryland at that point was bricks. So these bricks were made by hands by slaves. That's why you see the different hues and textures, but yet still remember this, different hues, textures, but one thing, they're together, they're solid. And that's what our community is, and we're learning that. But with this Matthew Rice piece, you can see so many things. Nobody but God. He talks about the banks. He talks about black ownership. He talks about Black Wall Street. He talks about now. You see King in there, the unlearned. It's just so many things that be more, right, that are in this piece, and that's what you'll find with all of his art. And also, I have Brother Solomon with blue, and Aretha Franklin. Got Martin Luther King over here by Brother Solomon. And then the one in the corner, which is, that's my piece. One of the things is that a lot of people, that is James Brown in Zaire. James Brown was one of the most awesome black businessmen of his time during the Chitlin Circuit. As the Chitlin Circuit went up and down the East Coast, and we found challenges to find refuge, the places to eat and to stay and to have entertainment. When they kept saying no, what James did was he bought those. He bought those hotels. He bought those restaurants. He brought those art galleries. So he actually is one of the major business, but they'll never tell you how awesome he was as a businessman in our community. You got Cassius Clay right here before he became Muhammad Ali. And all of his art is green. It's recycled. When you look at the pieces, you'll see bits of sunglasses, watches, coats, clothes. You know what I mean? But definitely pretty awesome, and all part of our community here.
Thank you so much for taking time out. So can you give the people the exact address? I told them it's on the corner of East 25th and St. Paul Street, but what is the exact address
All
here?
right, good afternoon, family. My name is Terrance Dixon. I'm the owner of the Terra Cafe, located in the heart of Baltimore City, Charles Village. Our address is 101 East 25th Street. We're on the awesome corner of St. Paul and 25th. The phone number here is 410-777-5277. You can also check us out on Facebook, TerraCafeBmore.com. And once again, my name is Terrance Dixon, DICKSON. And thank you for sharing your energy.
Thank you so much.
Bless it.